All right, so I'm back with yet another quick Pauper deck tech. So for weeks now, I have been working on various Pauper cycling decks um, to varying degrees of success. So this is kind of one of the interesting ones. It's a blue-black version of the cycling deck with an Exhume sub-strategy going on here. So basically, most of the cards in our deck are creatures with a cost of cycling, a cycling cost of one, or Street Wraith, a cycling cost of simply paying 2 life. Then we want to gain value from that with Granite Stinger. So Granite Stinger is 2 for a 2/2, cycling cost 1. And it says whenever you cycle another card, Granite Stinger deals 1 damage to each opponent. So hopefully, if all goes well, we'll have Granite Stinger on the board. We'll cycle lots of creatures to ping our opponent. And then once we've filled up our graveyard with creatures, our two main synergies for that are Writhing Necromass, 7 mana for a 5/5 with Death Touch. It costs 1 less to cast for each creature in your graveyard. And then Liliana's Elite, 3 mana for a 1/1. It gets +1/+1 for each creature card in your graveyard. And so, yeah, we have 1 Duress for a bit of disruption, 4 cast down to deal with Talarian terrors and whatnot. And then the rest of our deck is just creatures with a very cheap cycling cost. So Architects of Will, 4 for a 3/3, cycling cost of 1 blue or black. Horror of the Broken Lands, 5 mana for a 4/4. Whenever you cycle or discard another card, it gets +2/+1 until end of turn. Cycling cost 1 black. Street Wraith, 5 for a 3/4 Swamp Walk, cycling 2 life. Windcaller Aven, 6 for a 3/3. 6 for a 4/3 flying. Cycling cost of 1 blue. Whenever you cycle it, target creature gains flying until end of turn. Then we have Striped Riverwinder, 7 mana for a 5/5 with Hexproof, cycling cost 1 blue. And then finally we have Exhume, 2 mana for a sorcery. Each player puts a creature card from their graveyard onto the battlefield. So the idea is that we'll be using that to hopefully exhume Striped Riverwinder, which is our best threat to exhume. But failing that, we'll just exhume one of our other cycling creatures. So Horror of the Broken Lands is not a terrible body, and neither is Windcaller Aven. So yeah, that's the deck as it currently stands. I really enjoy it, but it still doesn't quite feel competitive enough to really handle the tier decks. At least at the moment. Maybe some bannings will make the meta a little bit more friendly again to brewing. But yeah, that's the deck as it currently stands. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.